What good is a text without context? What good is music without score? What good is dance without feet? What good is rhythm without music? So putting the text in context requires that I begin this discussion from an unusual place. I want to begin it with God. With God. God, it's a God, the notion of God, not church, not religion, God. The one who rules and super rules and reigns and has absolute control. The auspicious one, the omnipotent one, the omnipresent one, the all-sufficient one, the El Shaddai, the consolation of Israel, the mighty God, the Prince of Peace, God. Not appointed, not elected, God. Nobody put him in, nobody can take him out, God. With all power, the sovereign one. Nobody can impeach it, God, the one who sits on the circle of the earth. That heaven is his throne and earth is his footstool, God, who gives you oxygen and movement and freedom and liberty and life and activity, who kept your heart beating while you were asleep. You know you didn't do it, but it was beating while it was still beating because God regulated your temperature, your blood pressure, the rhythm of the way your blood runs through your cells. Was God orchestrating all things up under his power. I call him the puppet master because he manages all the artifacts on the stage of my life. Where does God live? What is his address? Where can I get to God? Where do I find him? God lives in eternity. Eternity doesn't deal with geographical locations or addresses. God lives in eternity. And we live in time. God lives in eternity. Let's think about that. God lives in eternity, which transcends time. Time is a matrix inside of eternity. Think of time being something that God created, not subject to. In the beginning there was God before there was a first day. So God existed before there was a calendar, before there was a watch, before there was a tick or a talk, there was God. Before there was a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there was God. Before there was an evening or a morning, there was God. Before the sun rose or set, there was God. Before the moon glistened against a dark sky, there was God. Before the first earthquake trembled in the ocean, there was God. There was God before there was an angel. There was God before there was a choir. There was God before there was anybody there to acknowledge him as God. God is God. God alone is God. And beside him, there is no other. From everlasting to everlasting, thou art God. From as far back as I can see, there was God. And as far ahead as I can see, there was God. God is eternal. So when you read the Bible says all kinds of things that don't make sense if you don't understand that. For instance, it says that the Lamb was slain from the foundations of the world. In other words, talking about Jesus, he was crucified before Adam and Eve were born. That means that God had the answer in eternity before time produced a question. So whatever you're asking God to do in eternity, it's already done. It's already settled. Let me prove it. Job said, my witness is in heaven, my record is on high. In eternity, it's already done. It's already finished. In eternity, I'm already healed. In eternity, I'm already blessed. In eternity, I'm already loose. In eternity, I'm already set free. In eternity, there are no wheelchairs. In eternity, there are no broken limbs. In eternity, there is no sadness. In eternity, there is no abuse. God lives in eternity. He created time so I would have an address. God lives in eternity. We live in time. So God is neither coming or going. He is always here. Remember when Moses said, who shall I say sent me? And God said, I am that I am. Not I was or I will be, I am. Because he's always present. He is the same yesterday, today, today and forevermore. I am in today. I can't go back to yesterday. I'm waiting on tomorrow. But God is in tomorrow while I'm in today. That's why when God gives me a word today, it can heal something that broke yesterday, because he's not subject to dates. He can say something now that heals something that happened 20 years ago. He can speak something now that changes the outcome of something that happens 30 years from now, because God lives in eternity. I live in time.